I wanted to go back to Rebel in Canada. He is an immigrant in Canada from Central Asian nation. I'm familiar with the coup that took place a few years ago, but he wants to explain how he believes Obama or the future savior can declare martial law, announce there was an attempted coup. Saddam Hussein did this. Hitler did this repeatedly. The czars loved having political purges in the name of stopping or fighting coups. And so we hear the media saying there's going to be a military coup, there's going to be a military coup. If there was a real military coup, 9 times out of 10, those turn out being even worse than what you had. So we don't want that. And if there is one, it's probably going to be staged and be repulsed. And so there is a lot of hype. And this is one of the few ways, a type of false flag, where they could do this. So restart where you're from, what happened, what you witnessed, and then we're going to Daryl Rundis. Go ahead.
Yes, Alex, I'm glad you pointed out correctly. These coups are taking place over and over again in history. But what I was pointing out is after this staged coup, literally several hours later, the current dictator, went broadcasting and naming the names of the alleged conspirators, in quotes. And one of the names, most of the names in the list were the current opposition at that time to the regime. And the head of the opposition was a former politician and ambassador of the same country, who was organizing the day after of that coup. The day after of that coup was supposed to be the major demonstration event that he was organizing from overseas. This former politician, his name is Boris Shekmuradov, and he was named as one the main conspirators. And of course, they rounded him up, and they rounded all his friends, family, not just his friends, all of the people who thought the same way that he did. And God knows where they are. They just put them away. No phone call, no court, no jury, nothing. 7 years later, and there is nothing, no information about them. And
what is codified into federal law now, just like Texas police take blood without warrants now, once they get rid of your checks and balances, it's over. We have secret arrest. We have indefinite detention. We have enemy combatant status for citizens. They're building these secret camps. It just came out, new ghost sites found in Eastern Europe. And that's the big issue here, is that those very forms of tyranny are being set up in the United States and Europe, Western Europe. And if I remember correctly, that dictator also admittedly tortures people to then get fake confessions. Again, tell folks where your former country is located.
That was my next point. The day after, the next morning, there was a broadcasted tape, the national TV, the next morning after this fake coup. There was a tape broadcasted on national TV on all the channels of this Boris Shekmuradov, allegedly the main conspirator, terrorists in quotes, reading off the paper saying he's a terrorist, he's on the wrong path, he regrets everything he's done, now he recognizes it. And if any doctor, scientist, psychologist just looked at the
No. What they do is they march your children in and they say, look, we're going to rape and kill your children with battery acid if you don't say you did it. And they go and do it, just like they do with the 9/11 conspirators. Daryl Rundis, straight ahead.